welcome to avivTarot, and this is our second video for the channel. That's awesome. Today I was feeling a little bit called to do a second reading. I have like a few ideas of what I wanted to do, but this morning I feel geared towards this particular reading, so I decided that it's time for a second one, I guess. I mean, towards the afternoon I was feeling a little bit upset and frustrated and I don't know, just very negative. I mean, you know, things happen. So I let myself, you know, indulge in that negativity for a little bit and then remind myself that, okay, that's enough. Life goes on. Positive energy back. Anyways, so without further ado, I'm going to turn the camera towards the cards and pick the cards that resonate the most to you. It's a timeless reading. So whenever you see this video, you come across this video, it's a reading for you at that moment in that current energy. All right, well, let's turn the camera over. Okay, so here are the 4 piles. I'll give you a few seconds to choose your pile, and I would recommend that you only choose one pile, as you know, because this is actually a yes or no answer to your question, and so just so that you wouldn't get confused. And there is an advice of how to, you know, reverse your energy and that kind of thing. All of my readings are timeless, so just whenever you come across them, that would be the message for you, that be the energy for you at the moment. This is a general reading, and so if it doesn't resonate with you, then maybe that's not the pile for you. You may choose a different pile, or just don't watch this video, try a different video. Although I don't have a lot of videos up yet, eventually I will. So yeah. Okay, so pile number 1, people. The answer to your question. This is the Quest Tarot that I actually did a deck review on, that you could actually do yes or no questions. And if you can see this, I'm not using the tarot because I'm just using the 16 court cards for yes or no questions, to answer yes or no questions. And this one, the arrows or the swords are pointing to the right, which means that whatever you're asking, the answer depends on how you act right now. And so the answer is neither yes or no. It means your answer lies in the future. So it depends on what you do now. Okay? So, I know you're going to be like, oh my God, that's not helpful, because I want to know, is it a yes or is it a no? But sometimes it just means it's a 50-50 chance. It depends on what you do now, right? Now is more important. And so to give you more, to let you know how you can proceed and that kind of thing. So I actually drew some cards to give you some advice and things to think about and see. So the first card is from the Angel Answers Oracle deck, and it says, you can see, within the next few weeks. So whatever you're doing or whatever answer you're seeking, I think that within the next few weeks you will know. But of course, it's tarot, and things always change. Things are constantly changing. The only thing that remains the same is change itself. So it depends on what you do now. I just want to reiterate that. And so the next 3 cards are more like your advice or your message to how you can proceed with this thing. So the first one is this one. It's the Energy Oracle deck, which it came out in reverse. It's appreciation. Oops. it's appreciation, but it's in reverse. Okay, and these two Secrets of Tarot cards also came out in reverse. So it's a lot of like reversed energy that you need to flip it right? So I don't know if it's because you actually are feeling a little bit within going, there's a few ways of reading reversals. So it could be something internally that, or energy that you need to get through, so you would to get a clear idea. And so here we got the Two of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Two of Swords, usually it's talking about you have a decision that you want to make and you're unsure of what you want to do. You're being blindfolded, so you're gonna see, when I see blindfold, I just think like you actually put the blindfold on yourself. Like you don't want to see, you want to be maybe blindly making a decision or something like that. But or maybe you know what you want, you just don't want to do it because of fear, because of whatever, right? When it comes out in reverse, I think it's has to do with you might have some kind of you're seeking the truth of something, and maybe there's something that you're really stubborn about, and you're trying to run away from, but you really need to see the truth of the matter. When you really listen to your heart or to your intuition, you actually know what you want and want to do, right? So because you're so stubborn on one way of thinking that you can't see the truth of the matter. And with the Ace of Pentacles also reversed, again, Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings, and also pentacles are like coins, so it's about work or abundance, finance in particular. And since it's the question, I left this reading a little open-ended, so I don't know what your question is. So it could be work related, it could be relationship related, whatever it is, that it means a lot of problems maybe aren't revealed to you right now. And I think it kind of couples with this, that things are unclear actually, but you actually know what you want and deep down inside. And so you just need to really see the truth of things. And sometimes it's not just money that is important, maybe spiritual or mental things you should also look at as well. And maybe that's what you're conflicted about or trying to decide, or you're not being truthful to yourself. Whatever you're trying to get, you want to take the shortcut, but you should really take one step at a time and really, with this card reversed, appreciate of things. And you want to reach that goal like within a day or something like that, but sometimes things take work to do. And so it needs a lot of work. So that's what it is. And with the appreciation card reversed,
maybe you're missing out some important opportunities because you just can't decide what you want to do, and you're valuing maybe money more, or just missing out on things, or being negative, or instead of, I think law of attraction, remember, if you believe in that whatever you believe in, you will attract back. And so if you're not being appreciative, or if people are not being appreciative back, that's just you can't change what others think. You just have to keep pushing forward with what you believe is right? And just let go of the negativity, and just appreciate things and appreciate life. And then whatever you're seeking for will come within the next few weeks. And I hope it's actually a good outcome. I mean, it's giving you advice right now. So whatever, if you take the advice, I believe that whatever you're looking for will come out to be a very good outcome. So let me know how this resonates with you, and you may follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, so pile number 2. What you got is this. You probably skipped to this part of your reading, so you probably didn't hear what I said in the beginning of the pile 1. So I'm just gonna say it again, that this card that I draw is not it's a tarot card, but I didn't use it for the reading. I'm using it only to answer yes or no question, and this deck in particular could actually answer yes or no question. So it's called the Quest Tarot, and I did a deck review on that. So if you want to see that video, you may go and check it out. This one with the swords pointing to the right, it means that whatever you're looking for is actually unknown. Like, the answer is unknown. It could change. Depends on what you do now. And and I think, again, energy shifts all the time, and whatever you think now will affect what you do next, and the outcome will change because of what you do now. So right now is more important, and your answer, I guess tarot doesn't want to let you know what it is right now, because it really depends on what your action right now is. Okay. And however, I did do, so I drew another card from the Angel Answers Oracle, and you got listen to your intuition, which I think very fitting. Listen to your intuition. Whatever you're looking for, you already know the answer. I think you just want the tarot cards to confirm what you already know. And the tarot is not giving in to you, giving in to you. You know already is a yes or no, whether you should do it or you should not do it, whatever. And listen to it. Now this is your confirmation of whatever you think right now, whether if you should do it, if you should not do it, if the person loves you, if the person doesn't love you, or whatever it is, the yes or no question that you're asking, and follow it. Okay. And then I picked out 2 more cards, and this one is from the energy deck, which you got the 2nd chakra, Archangel Ariel. And it's funny because all these cards are good, and yet the tarot card that I drew for this one, which 9 of Cups in upright position, it means satisfaction. You fulfilled everything that you wanted. It's a very good card. Improvements under where you're feeling pleased and all that stuff, but it's reversed. Something internally is bothering you, and maybe that's why you're here to watch the video, to figure out what you should do. But like I said, you know what to do, and if you follow it, maybe this card will flip around, right? And Nine of Cups in reverse, it could mean that you're very conflicted inside. It could also just mean the opposite, that you're unsatisfied. So I feel maybe you are a perfectionist, that you are just not happy with whatever you're doing, and maybe you're a little bit scared that what if I do this, I'm not going to be happy, and what if I do that? It's very fear-based, and I always say that don't make your decision based on fear, because then you will always regret your answer. I mean, your action, because that decision is based on fear. And I have so many stories, so many personal experiences where I base my decision on fear and regret every single move. And but when I listen to my intuition and I just follow it, I don't regret the outcome may not come out really great like what you expected, but you don't regret it because that's what you truly wanted to do. So you don't regret that decision, if I'm making any sense. This is a really good card. You just have to flip that energy around. And I'm so sorry, I had a call, like somebody tried to call me, and so I had to stop the video. It was interrupting the reading. And so now let's get back to it. So this card is the second chakra card, and it's from the Energy Oracle. And this card means intimacy and creativity. So I think that if you have any creative projects, anything that you want to do, you should involve some creativity with it. And if it's a problem, if this question that you're asking is a problem and you're thinking of, is it going to be resolved, and what should I do, that kind of thing, think outside of the box, be creative with your approach. And I think the result will be pretty good. And perhaps you are trying to do something and you're feeling unsatisfied, and become more creative with your approach might help with you feeling more satisfied, because maybe you are concentrating too much on other people, and you're neglecting yourself, because this card is also about self-expression and nurturing yourself, right? Being close to other people, intimacy. So being intimate with other people, being intimate with yourself, being truthful to yourself, and receive affection and that kind of thing from other people as well. And so maybe you're taking too much time and energy on nurturing other people, so that's why you're feeling unsatisfied. Like something deep down inside yourself that you just don't feel right. You don't feel happy. I mean, when it's reversed, it could also mean that you're selfish and that kind of thing. But I actually really feel like with this card, maybe you're having a little bit of a problem getting close to other people as well. Like you're not opening up to other people, telling other people what you're really thinking, and hence you're feeling a little bit, you're feeling unsatisfied because other people don't know what you want. And so if they don't know what you want, then they can't satisfy your needs. And so this card is telling you that you need to nurture yourself. You need to express yourself. Let yourself reach out into these unexplored areas of self-expression, your creativity, intimacy with others, emotional intimacy. Open yourself up, right? And if you listen, and maybe that's why you're not listening to your intuition. You're so concentrating on fulfilling other people that you're ignoring your own needs, right? And so I feel like for pile number 2, that is what your message, that you need to listen to yourself, nurture yourself, be creative with your approach, let other people help you or express what you need. And this way you will feel more satisfied with what you have accomplished, and not be, and if you're a perfectionist also, you know, when you're a perfectionist, you really want to do everything because you don't think other people could do it right the way that you want it, right? So you try to do everything on your own. Let other people help you, or tell them what you want. Be very specific. Sometimes, you know, we think that other people know what we want, but we are not very clear with expressing it. And we assume that people know, but we don't. And I heard the best one. Assume, if you spell it out, is if you assume, you're making an ass out of you and me. ASSUME. Assume, you, me, right? So if you assume, you're making an ass out of you and me. So don't assume. Say exactly what you want. Follow your intuition. Be creative with your approach. And show yourself to others. Be vulnerable sometimes, maybe, right? And the answer that you're seeking for will come to you. And since there's really no timeline to when you'll have answer to your question, I think what you do will either speed up the getting your answers or slowing it down. So it really is up to you. So if this resonates with you, give it a thumbs up, or if you have anything that you want to tell me, you want to say, leave in the comments below. And you can follow me on Instagram where I do daily draws. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. And okay, so pile number 3. And if you didn't hear, if you skip right to this pile, then you didn't hear what I said at the beginning of pile 1 and 2, which is that this card right here, it's the Quest Tarot card, which I did a deck review on. And so if you're interested in this tarot card, you can go and check that video out. But this one, it came out in reverse, but don't worry, I'm not reading this card. It's not being used as like a tarot card for this reading. I'm just using it to answer yes or no questions. And lucky you, this one, because it came out reverse, it means whatever question that you are asking about, the answer is yes. It's yes. I don't know what your answer, your question is. I hope it's a good yes and not a bad yes. Like, does he love me? Yes. You know, it's not like, does he not love me? Yes, that's like bad, right? Anyways, your answer is yes. Okay. And then for the second card, I actually choose the Angel Answers Oracle card, and it actually gave you a timeline. But of course, tarot card is only what your current energy is right now, and everything could change based on your current energy, right? And based off of your action. And so you're probably really scared, like, what card did I get? Because I'm not showing you right now, right? I think some people might think this is, whoa, like, holy cow, it's taking a while. But as I was saying, depends on your action right now, and this is just your current energy, and this is just giving you an advice, and whatever your future will change based on your present, right? You are in control. So from the Angel Answers Oracle card, this is what you got. A year from now, it gave you a timeline. So whatever you're asking about, it's a yes, and it's gonna happen a year from now, right? I mean, it could happen now. Really, it really depends on your thoughts, your current, what you do, right? And of course, you're welcome to do another reading, and you know, once you change your behavior, change your thought, change your whatever, you can always re-ask the question, because I think things will change because of that, right? So the next card that I got, and I mean, how do you speed it up? Or actually, maybe you think a year from now is too fast, right? You actually don't want it to ever end or happen. So again, it's based off of your current energy right now, and it's giving you an advice based on that. And the next card is from the Energy Oracle deck, and it's Happy Family. And I was really surprised that it actually came out in reverse. And I don't know what you asked. And the last card, okay, so the only reason I'm surprised is because the last card, so I did this, and then I was like, oh, okay, a year from now, but it's Happy Family reversed. But look, you got the Star card, and the Star card means whatever you're wishing for is you're hoping for will come true, or it's wish fulfillment, right? And it's in its upright position, so it will come true. It will, and so a year from now, whatever you're asking for, it will come true, right? And whatever you're wishing for, or whatever question that you're asking about. And so I was really curious about the Happy Family card. So I actually looked it up in the book, and I will read the passage for you, because I think pile number 3, the reading is actually not that bad. The only thing about the Happy Family card reversed is, so this is what the book says. When the Happy Family card is reversed, it indicates that a separation or emotional distance from family members or close friends. This disconnect may be from your family of origin, such as your parents or siblings, or it may be that something is standing between you and your present family members, whether it be your children or your spouse. And there could be some hostilities that need to be worked out, or perhaps some fences that need to be mended. Communication and patience may be called for here. So let your intuition be your guide. Remember, real healing starts when you choose to become your own loving parent, sibling, spouse, friend, or child. The lesson in every relationship is self-honoring, and sometimes the karma is just to let go. It's just to let go. And so, and the affirmation, I think the affirmation sentence is great. It says, I open myself to a new and deeper experience of family, and I am ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I need. And so I feel like happy family might not necessarily means that you're going to have like a horrible relationship with your family, or that the family is not happy or whatever. It could be that. It could be. And, reversal sometimes means it's an internal conflict. You could read it that way, or it just means the complete opposite. But over here, I actually feel that you are not... I feel like this family may be referring to your actual family. You're having a little bit of, like what the book is saying, a little bit of miscommunication, a little bit of hostilities. Something is not working out with your family members. But I like the affirmation because that actually really spoke to me, where it's talking about you loving yourself. You are your happy family, right? So I think that that whatever it is, in order to be truly happy or truly having that whatever you want, it always starts with yourself, because I feel like you can't really change others. You can only change yourself, right? And if you don't love yourself, then nobody will love you. No, if you don't respect yourself, nobody will respect you. And I had to learn that as well, right? And I feel we all have to learn that. And I'm not sure what your question is, but your question is a yes. And the advice is that start with loving yourself, and then extend that love to your family members. When you really know what you want, when you can, again, communicate clearly what you want, people will know what can make you happy. So they're not left in the dark. You know, like the star. If you really think about it, it's the star. It's in the dark with like little stars blinking. You're counting on things that are really small or maybe like something so small can make you happy, right? The stars are so small, and sometimes when we look up in the sky and we're just like, oh my god, this is stars, and you feel so happy, right? Something this small can make you happy, right? And I feel maybe happy family is being appreciative of your family members, and being appreciative of yourself, like not being so hard on yourself. Even like a little tiny step towards something is better than not making that step or not being appreciative. And start with something really small. And I feel like this energy of happy family being reversed will flip around, right? Love yourself. I feel like that's what the pile 3 is about. Whatever you're wishing for, it's a yes. It's gonna come true. A year from now, I really think is based off of this. If you can reverse this, change your thoughts, change your action, you might speed up the timeline or drag out the timeline if it's something bad, right? You don't want it to happen, so that could be that. But I feel like that is really what the pile 3's message is about. That if you have problems with your family members, or if something that you wanted to do, your family is not doesn't support you, right? And I know it hurts because I wanted to do things, and sometimes your family don't support you, and they're supposed to be the people that are closest to you and understands you, right? And you want their support, and if they don't, that's too bad. And it doesn't mean if they don't approve, you can't do it. You just have to figure out how to do it on your own and prove to them that you could do it, right? And again, it's self-love, self-respect. And if they have a good reason why they don't approve, listen to it, take it into consideration. And see, maybe that could help you adjust your path, and how do you reach that goal that you wanted to reach. But it's take little steps, and things will be all right, I think. So that's it. Tell me if this resonated with you. It's general energy. It's just based off of your current energy. If it doesn't resonate, I'm so sorry. I guess it's just not the right pile for you. If you have anything that you want to tell me, share with me, leave in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. And also I have an Instagram that you can follow where I do daily draws. All my readings are timeless. And thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, so pile number 4. For your pile, for the answer to your question. If you skip right to your pile, you probably didn't hear what I said at the beginning of 1, 2, 3 pile. This deck that I use to answer your question is called the Quest Tarot, and I actually did a deck review on this deck. I didn't use the full deck today. Today I just used, because this is a special deck, it actually could answer yes, no questions, and it'll tell you yes, no, maybe. Your answer lies in the past, your answer lies in the future. And so don't worry about that, this card being reversed, you know, that's, oh my God, you know. However, because it's reversed, if it's reading like this, the arrow will be pointing up, but because it's reversed, the arrow is actually pointing down. And because of that, the answer to your question is, I'm so sorry, it's a no. However, well, I'm not sorry, because it depends on what you're asking. Maybe it's the no is a good thing, right? If you're asking like something like, you know, somebody that you don't like, and you say, hey, is he gonna actually get the job that I want? And the answer is no, and that's a good thing, right? But if you're asking something about like, oh, does he love me? And the answer is no. I don't know, maybe you don't like the guy, so that's or girl, then it's a good thing. And or you could be asking something like, he doesn't or she doesn't like me, right? And the answer is no, and it's actually a good thing. That means yes, he does or she does like you or love you, right? So it depends on your question, but the answer is no, because the arrow is pointing down. Okay, and that is just used for the answering. And what if you, and I, since I don't really, it was kind of an open-ended reading, it's just a yes or no. I don't really know exactly what your question is. I asked for a timeline anyways. The next card that I use is actually from the Angel Answers Oracle, and the card that I draw is in the near future. So whatever you're asking, it's in the near future. The answer is actually going to be no, right? Or it's no, because I actually drew a few more cards for you, or for all of the piles too, but I feel like maybe there's also it could also be like, the answer to your question is no, however, in the near future, I have these other cards that will give you a little bit of advice. And even if you ask something that the no is actually a bad thing to you, I mean, I really believe that you can make things happen, right? So if no is not the answer that you want to hear, then maybe takes in this, I'm going to talk about the advice that I choose, that I draw for you. And this is just your current energy based on your current situation and how you're feeling. And so I feel like if you change your thoughts, change your action, do something different, things will change. And you could, and based on your action now, based on your action and your thoughts in the present, you could change your future. And so maybe if you did do something different, you could ask the question again, and maybe it's gonna come out to a positive answer that you wanted to hear, right? So I wouldn't worry too much about it, but right now, with your current energy, the answer is no. However, in the near future, it's either in the near future, whatever the outcome is going to be no, or it could be no, but however, in the near future. So the next two cards, I was feeling compelled. Actually, this is the only pile that I actually drew two oracle cards for this next deck, because I just feel compelled to draw two cards. And this two cards are from the Energy Oracle. And I actually drew them together. So the cards are Broken Heart and Door to Value. So one good thing, one bad thing, right? So these are the two. And then from the Secret of Tarot card, I also feel compelled to draw two cards for you as well. The first one that I draw was this. And then I was looking at the deck and I just felt like, I need to draw another one. But sorry, it didn't turn out that great. It's a King of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel there is some kind of message in there that maybe the tarot cards want you to hear and the oracle wants to, the universe wants you to know or take into consideration, right? Okay, so first of all, when I saw these two, and I was thinking, maybe something happened to you recently, that you feel a little broken heart. It doesn't have to be a relationship, right? Sometimes you invest a lot of money into something and it turns out into a huge failure, and you feel broken heart. You're like, oh my God, right? And you feel that heartburn as well. So it could be related to investment if your question is about that, or something like a job. You want that job that you wanted so bad and it was given to somebody else. That's something to grieve about, right? So this card is about grief and sorrow and loss. However, because we have this Door to Value card, and if you can if you can look at this thing, it's like money, different countries, money floating around, right? And with the door opening to like this yellow abundance, very happy, bright feeling, right? So you're about to walk through that door. So whatever you're feeling, sorrow and grief, like whatever you're grieving about, I actually don't, when people are really sad, I don't tell them like, don't be sad, because it's human nature to actually want to do the opposite, what you tell yourself to do. So, when you're telling yourself, don't be angry, usually you're very angry, and you're telling yourself, don't be angry, and you actually get angrier. And so the same thing, like, don't cry, and you actually want to cry even more. And so I feel that if you are grieving about something, I think you should grieve about it, and you should take as much time as you want to grieve about it, to vent about it, to, But then, and then after, once you go through that process, think about some constructive things, like what did you learn in that process, right? Did you learn about something? Will you be able to, are you going to do that same kind of mistakes again? Is the lesson learned? What is the lesson? Like, to reflect on it a little bit. Because then you could step away and see it more objectively once you pass that grieving, loss, sorrow moment, right? And so, and because I feel like if you actually take the time to do that, mend your broken heart, and this is where I feel like in this particular pile, this oracle card is actually it could go either way. It could go with, in the near future, your outcome is no, or it's no to your answer, right, to the question right now. And in the near future, and the broken heart actually goes with the no, right? That you're feeling, oh my God, it's a no, you're feeling brokenhearted. And in the future, this is when this door to value comes. And it shows abundance and money and stuff like that. And door to value as in like something worth something worthy, right? But I feel like it doesn't have to be just money. It could be door to value, whatever you value, you think that is worth, that is precious to you, you will get it. You're going to step through it and you're going to get it, right, in the near future. However, because of the tarot cards, this is Four of Cups. I feel like perhaps because you're going through this broken heart or sorrow moment, you don't really, you're reflecting back, like, what do you really want, right? There's the cloud, like a hand coming out from the cloud and handing you a cup, and you're looking at it. You're looking at the 3 cups that you have, and then this 4th cup. Is that 4th cup really what you want? You know, sometimes we think we want what we can't have, or we want what other people have, because the grass is always greener on the other side, right? But sometimes what we have already is enough, and we just really have to take the time and think about it, and really think, what is it that we really, really, truly desire? And I feel with the King of Pentacles being reversed, I was a little perplexed about it, but because the card actually says business arrogance and powerful, right? But it's coming in reverse, and so I was like, I don't know. But I think I just as I'm going through, like, reading the other cards, I feel that perhaps are you valuing money too much? Are you like or you're losing balance, like you don't have that stability, right? You're being off balance a little bit because of financial reasons, or because of this emotion, right? Which I think it's amazing. If you look at this, broken heart and 4 of Cups, it's about emotions. Door to value, King of Pentacles, and it's about abundance, right? Money, finance, work. But I don't really think so. This pile in particular, I feel it's the emotions and the abundance or money or whatever, and it's actually tied together. But it could be, you know, relationship wise, whatever. So if it's relationship, are you valuing money a little bit too much, right? And because of that, you're feeling brokenhearted because you're not getting what you want. And as for business or even for relationship, because you value money so much that if they don't have that up to your standard, right, you are scared and you rather, you know, break it off or something, because having enough or more, a lot of financial stability is so important to you, right? And but is it really, I feel, number 4, is it really that important? Is your it's always like this question, is love or bread, right? Love or money. Or maybe you're even pondering about you're having a little bit of a conflict with work and relationship too, right? Should you choose work over a relationship, or should you choose relationship over work? And I feel with the number 4, you really want to think about it. What will stabilize you? What is it that you really want? Is it really money? Because this person, look, he has everything he wanted, and yet he's having some kind of internal conflict, or something is not making him happy, or something is not right. That's why this card comes out in reverse, right? And you need to think about it. Really think it through. Think about what is it that you really, really, truly want. Sometimes we think we know what we want, but we don't, until something happens and realize, oh wow, that's not what I wanted, right? or what we had is actually better than the new thing that came in. And so the broken heart, I think, couples with this, that you really think about it and really mend if you are going through some kind of a horrible situation that you feel really brokenhearted, you feel really sad, sorrow, grief about. Take the time to do that. Take the time. Number 4, take the time to do it. Just let yourself soak in that horrible emotions, right? And then slowly come back up from it. And because I really don't believe in suppressing whatever you're feeling, because suppressing it is just for the moment, and eventually something else is going to trigger it and it's going to explode one day. And I think you'd rather take it out one at a time instead of piling more and more and more and more things on top of it, and then all of a sudden you explode and you don't even know where to begin to heal, right? Or to become better. You don't even know what is it that is so horrible to you, or it's because of everything adding it up. And I feel like it's also like, when you are on a diet and you're like, oh no, I can't eat that's gonna make me fat, right? And I actually think, and I was always tell my friends that and because when I go on diet, and if it's a success, people ask you, how do you do it? And I actually don't do those extremes where, oh, no carbs at all, or I only eat meat, or I mean, it works for certain people because they really have that stamina. But to me, I feel like you want to look at the long term and not the short term result, right? And so cutting out things is good for the short term, but you can't cut it out forever. And once you start eating, we're talking about diet, right? So once you start eating those things regularly and coming back to your regular diet, you're gonna gain all the way back, and maybe even more. So I feel like if you have cravings, you should satisfy it, because you have cravings. If you right now, it's just, I feel like I want to eat something, right? Like ice cream or something, and maybe right now, because you feel like you have that craving, you just want a bite or two and you're good. But if you keep suppressing it, and eventually you're gonna break down and you might eat a whole tub of ice cream, right? And what good is that? Moderation, balance is more important. That's what I believe. So that's what I want to say about pile 4, is that take the time to think about what you want, to take the time to heal, or indulge in that emotion, or that horrible negative emotion, or if you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like screaming, scream. You feel like just hide, right? Don't talk to anybody. Do whatever you feel you wanted to do, because it's the heart. And eventually, once you go past that, you will get what you wanted, because in the future, even though it's a no, you will get what you want once you go figure out what you want, right? See, it's number 4, and that's a 4. Stability, right? And you chose number 4. Isn't that great? So you will, whatever's precious to you, once you figure it out, you will get it in the near future. And the King of Pentacles just telling you, really, money maybe is not that important, and you're feeling unstable right now, and you will get that stability that you want, but know what your heart truly desires, and that is the message for pile number 4. And I hope it resonated with you, and if it doesn't, I am so sorry. Maybe you can choose a different pile. And if you have anything that you want to tell me, you may comment in the comment section in below. And I have an Instagram. You may follow me, where I do a daily draw, energy draw, all my readings And daily draws are actually timeless. So if you come across it, that's your current energy and what the message wants to tell you, what the universe wants to tell you at the moment. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And so I will see you next video.
So I hope you liked today's reading, and I hope your reading was a good one. If not, it's just your current energy right now. You know, change your thought, change your action, and things will change, right? This is what I love about tarot, because it's not permanent. You can make things happen for you. You decide what you want to happen, right? So, and tarot is just giving you a little bit of an advice. And if you have anything that you want to tell me, you want to say, leave in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel so that you will know any future readings, future videos. And I also have an Instagram that you can follow, where I do like a draw every day. So I will see you next time.